I recently visited Dyrham Park in Gloucestershire, where I painted a view of the house on top of the hill coming down, which you'll see in my YouTube painting of that. But look at the back garden. Isn't that magnificent? I'm really going to have a go at this today. Got lots of challenge there. Nice light and dark. And of course, before you do a watercolour from a photograph, you want to get a good photograph, and obviously it's got to have enough interest. But in terms of watercolour, you want a lot of contrast, and I've got that in this right hand side there, this dark tree and these big leaved plants at the very this right hand side. But I've got the shadows across the water and the blue reflecting in the sky, but some interesting architectural features as well. That's the stable block up there by that, if I bring it a little closer, if you can see that, but you've got that nice shape of that hedge and that raised bank, and the church in the left hand corner there set against those trees. And then we have a lot of children here are doing a bit of pond dipping. There they were having a great time, pulling out all the creepy crawlies and identifying them. So let's get on with that then. Let's I think we've got to put that sky wash in first of all. It's a nice cerulean colour, I think, a nice light, bright sky. What shall I do? Shall I wet it first, or I think I'll do something different. Let's just get some colour going right away and see what we can make of it. Yeah, I'm going to use a Chinese brush today, just for some different marks, but we'll just do the wet on dry paper technique. Although there's no clouds in or maybe just a few small ones, I might add something for interest. Just leave a few. There's quite a lot going on in this picture, so I've got I don't want too busy in that sky. There won't be any sky holes, I don't think, on this fir where we can see the sky poking through, but I think I'm just going to leave that and see what happens, remembering of course that it's going to dry a lot lighter. So I think I'm going to add a little bit of cobalt, I think. A little bit cobalt blue, just up in there. Make it a little bit different, let it run down. Got some variety, some change. Right, now, thing is, we've got this massive green here, this lake, or this pond. So I think I'm going to get something in there. I've sketched it out obviously so you can see something up there, but we want light and dark. So let's get some greens going. It's a fairly light green, so I'm going to have some lemon yellow into my green mix. Yes, I think we can do that. Just that first wash. Let's get that in. Right, and then we can vary in the foreground. We can put some different textures in, lights and dark, as we said. So let's actually, I can go over some of these green plants here, because I want to have some stronger greens and contrasts in there. So actually, while I'm there, I might as well do some random colours on those shapes, those big old plants. Not sure what they are. It's a lovely old mixture of greens here. Nice. But I've got to get that a little bit bluier actually. Let's put some thing in there. So I'm using a Chinese brush here. I'm going to leave a little lights showing through. I think we had them there as well. Let's get some darker bluey bits in this area here. Let's put a little darker greens. Yes, I think this is wet on wet now, so it's still a bit wet in that pond area. So I think I'm going to go with that, because you get nice sort of soft edges and diffused areas. And on the side of this bank of reeds here, let's just go with that. So that will be a bit darker. Yes, that's it. And also let's get some of the darks in here. I think I could put a bit of brown into it. Change those tones. Got to keep it varied and interesting. Yes, we've got more here. A little bit of shadow from that wall as well. It's a little tiny wall marking the perimeter there. And I've also got, this is quite a lot of darks here. So I think I'll leave that till that's dried a little bit, because I want some fine lines in there. Going to have a little bit of different green here. Let's get a bit of viridian. Let's see what we can come up with for this. I think if the green is too bright, you can tone it down with a little brown. So I think there's a bit of grass there. I think I'm going to go with that. Right, let's leave that. And here, is that dry yet? We can vary the... Well, actually, I've got some quite light green there. sort of yellowy green. So let's put that in. So there's really bright sunshine, and it's coming from right to left. So the shadow is cast along here. Let's get some more yellows in there. Using a bit of my lemon yellow. Lemon yellow on there. Bit there. Right. And this grass here, let's change that, where these children are all congregated with their teachers. They're all got their little nets hanging in the water here. That's a little lawn area. Also we've got this nice little raised bank there with some steps going up here. Let's bring that down a bit. Right, now I need to get some dark in here. I'm working fairly quickly actually. I think it's often better in watercolour. You get a more spontaneous, more life to your picture really. It's a balance, so some of the more detailed bit might take some more time, but let's see what we can get here. Again, changing all the time. I think we need something a bit darker. Let's put some darks, bit of cobalt in there. I want a bluey green, but it really is so dark. But I don't want it glaring, I just want it to give me that contrast with this lighter area here. We need some stiffer paint here. Let's put some ultramarine in there as well. Change the tone. Be a bit bluey, darker. Yes, we need that. Right, let's leave that for the moment. Comes a bit darker down there, so let's step that up a little bit under here. Plus those big leaves. Right, and I think we still can put some darker areas here in this This is a little bit bluey as well. Let's get that going. And this here is really quite blue because we're catching the sky, so let's just put a gentle bit of blue in there, trying to preserve some of those lights though. I think we could put green in there, soften these edges too. A bit more blue. I think I'm going to go straight in with a light, some cerulean there, reflecting the sky. That's it. And up here we've got a lot of trees catching a fair bit of light though. They were quite light in this area, quite yellowy. We've got yellowy, different colour greens here. Different trees here. There's a church just here. I can see my sketch, but I'll keep that light. I want to preserve that. But I need some darker greens to set against that light tree there. So I had a bit of brown. I want to try and set them over each other. Different ones, different shapes. And again, we can change the tones. So many reds. Oh yes, it was quite a red bank of trees here actually. Let's put some different reds. Cadmium, crimson alizarin, a bit purpley perhaps. Yes, it was. Yeah, I think I could put some purple into that. Or mauve. Yes, that was it. That was coming. Big bank here. Drop some of those darker colours in there. Got some different layers. Now it's a bit drier. I can lay this over without it bleeding too much. Yes, the trees are coming right down over here. Let's get a different green. Let's go for some, I think, fairly colourful. Comes right down over this house. You'll see as I paint will come together. Trying to make sure I preserve my church there, and here we've got along the back of this is a flower bed here with beautiful things. Nice big bed there, so let's brighten up that beautiful little hedge there. Going down like that. Use some of these to give me a bit more variety there. Still not dark enough here. We've got to get something in there. To make it darker, I think. We just haven't got the contrasts to set us out, to separate this light. So this will strike you when you see the darks here against the yellow light that I have over there. Let's put some more darks in here on the edge of that wall there. Let's bring some different colours, a bit of orange. So it's amazing flower beds here. Lovely, lovely. Put some different colours in this, in our water there. Yes, I need to get different things going here. So that was a nice lawn there, and here we've got like a willow actually. So I'll just stroke over here, trying to preserve some of the lights of the paper there, which you try to do with watercolour, of course. Always better if you can use a little bit of the light from the paper. Now we've got to put some darks in there as well, just to with a fine brush. I think I've got a sword brush here, so I think I can get a nice dark going. Yes, that will do. Get some, to give some 3D to my willow. That's it. Right, and also I need to put some reeds in here actually as well, and lots of texture into this pond, this pool here. keep lots of interest going. And up here we've got some edges here to suggest the foliage. Right, now let me think. Yes, I think I need to see if I can mark out some of these trees a little better so they read a few sharp edges. You want to have a mixture of soft and edges and firm edges or sharp edges. Right, that's the other thing I've got. Yes, there's a lot of reed bank going here. Let's do that. This is a lovely little brush. Can you see the shape of that? Short sword brush. You've got a nice sharp edge with it. Little pointed edge. You can make lots of interesting marks with it. And we've got reeds and weed, heavily weeded actually, the pond. These come quite dark actually, some of them. I think I need to darken that up a little bit. It reads really quite dark in there. That's it. Yes, so that bit there needs to be a lot darker. Right. Some darks going again. See, we haven't got enough in here. Could it's got to be darker under the base of a tree. There's not much light getting to it, and I've got to put something into this back area here. There's a path going along there. Put a set of gaze out with some lovely colourful plants so we could see what we can do with that a bit later. Now let's have a look at my reference again. Yes, I need to draw out some of the... A quite striking feature of this painting actually was this lovely hedge which comes along there. Quite a striking hedge actually. Beautifully manicured, of course, as they often are. And that, how far does that go? As it goes, yes, it comes right up to the edge of this little archway. coming this side as well. Use some of these different colours to give some shapes to our trees. Different ones there, setting against that lighter tone. A bit darker there, another one. Bring it right down. Right, let's get some light greens in there. I want to have a nice yellowy contrast here. Quite a yellowy tree came down. And in here we have different yellows. Let's try a bit of ochre. Okay, slightly different shade. And over here, let's put some reds as well. Let's ring those changes. There are a few things coming. We've got lovely reds coming here, purples. A lot of different colours coming. Right. Let's get some more blue in there. Bit of cerulean. Reflecting our sky. This is quite a... Let's get some shadow, put a little bit of purple with that. Make it... Oh gosh, what have I done there? Picked up some green by mistake. There's no line we can... Give that a little wash out. Some soft edges there. Right. I want to put some hint of the building as well. But actually, with this green, I think I'm going to put the other little hedge element that you've got there. It comes in a lovely arch like this. Quite a striking architectural gardening feature, actually. Very cleverly done. Made this lovely shape. Right, I think we can do that. Make it a bit bigger, actually. It's quite a feature. Let's This is a hillside over here. So we've got lots of trees set behind this church. So we've got to kind of hint at those. Right. Now I need to look. I need to bring in some thing to show us that building. So I think I should get some ochre here and just wipe that in. Although that's so easy to contaminate your yellows, and they can go a little greeny, so I'm having to wash my ochre paint a little bit here with some clean water. Yes, we can do that. That's it. We can use a little, get that building in there, down the side, bring the green up to it. Trying to get rid of some of these little holes I've got there, but we need to have some greys, I think. Let me think. Yes. This rooftop area here, top of these buildings. It's a great stately home actually in Gloucestershire. It's owned by the National Trust now. Magnificent thing to visit if you're about there. Let's have a look, I think. I might bring my... I don't think I've got my hedge up tall enough. That's it. That's it. Right. Yes, it's got a nice kind of portico here. And a little building there. A dark bit in here showing us this is an arched area. You can see through there. lovely little building that. And here we've got steps coming up this bank. You can see that, just a hint of it. And we've got a little green here. It's a bit of lawned area there on that bank. Lighter green coming down like that. Right. I wonder if I need more. I think I need more darks here. A little bit on these roofs. Line. This is a stable block. Just hidden behind here. You don't really see it because of all the trees and things until you walk up. Right. There's this little grassy bank here. Let's get something in there. As I said, here is the need more dark reeds, I think. Black piece coming out, projecting over the water, all these leaves. They really were some shadow under them, try and give some form to it. Yes, there are lots of reeds along here too. And that dark comes into here as well. Hanging over the water there. Bit of a gate there actually. Into some kind of shapes. I say there's our church. Let's put a darker side there. We can bring that out a little bit. Here we've got some lovely little holes in the weed, which reflecting the colour of the sky. So make sure we try and get a few in there. See, we've got lots of weed all over actually. I think I'm going to step this up a little bit It's a nice, fairly sharpish line in that reed bank. I have to do there. Let's get that dark oval there. So you walk through there. This is the water's edge. Down here, let's delineate that a little bit better so we can see, so we can help it read a little bit better. Spark under there. Cast a shadow there. What I try and soften some of these. A bit of different colour as well. I think I might go and put a bit more blue in there actually. I think I can get away with it. If I put enough water on it, need more contrast, I think. That's better. That'll be it. Right. Now let's put some different colours with a little tiny brush I've got into that flower border. But I need to put some thing in here. I think we're going to go slightly alter this so we can have some trees poking their heads up there. I think they were. Over the hedges and structures we had there. Right, that's better. Yellows, should I have a little bit more brighter yellow down here? I think so. Looking at my reference, it was an extremely bright day, and you need some warm colours to do that. So let's drop in some lemon yellow and see what we get. We also got a bit of yellows out here. Let's do that because it was warm, a lovely sunny day, and that bank too. I think we need some warmth, some sunshine in there. That's better. That'll do it. Now let's get a slightly darker colour to show this edge up a little bit better. Help take our eye in to the picture. Edge of the pond there. And let's put some different colours in this. This bank here. Bit of blue there. Get some oranges. It was extremely colourful. Put some different reds. Set against a little bit of green, of course. Still. It's tricky when you've got so much green in a picture. I know you can vary them, which is what I'm trying to do. But the too much green is a little overwhelming for people, I think. Let's get some more darks in here. With a bit of a stiffer mix. Darks under here. Really coming right down. We must try and do something more on these branches here. Setting them against that sky. And more dark in our foreground here. Little tiny gaps in the reeds and the weed. I think what I've got to do now actually is see if we can put some more reeds in. All over here with weed. Use your nails sometimes to give you some of these textural changes. But I've got to put some of these children in as well. They were say having quite a nice time there pond dipping. So let's put a few sort of shapes, represent people down at the water's edge, kids leaning over this. Might be a few people walking along this edge as they were. A few people up here. Some different colours as well. We'll see the odd reds, different colours. Lots of little children here. Sort of leaning over the edge they were actually. Can't really see the detail. They're on this edge, all doing their thing. Let's get some yellow in. No, that didn't work. There's a few oranges as well, though. People walking along. Just little shapes to try and... The children were just kneeling there. Some of them where their feet hanging over. Being supervised by their anxious teachers, I suspect. Don't want them falling in. Not a good plan. Right, how are we doing? Well, I think I'm almost out of battery again, so I probably will come back after making a few adjustments and show you what I've done. But it's largely finished now. So it's just a quick impression really of this lovely place, Dyrham Park in Gloucestershire. So you've got to go and visit. It's about 6 miles from Bath. It's a fabulous place, lovely paintings in and nice furniture and a tremendous lot to see actually. Sort of real Pride and Prejudice era really. You could almost imagine the characters walking around there. You see the stables and the old kitchens where they were, how they lived their lives. Lots of servants, of course, in those days to do your every bidding. Right, I think I'm nearly done. Got to avoid overpainting, overworking something. Very easily done. When do you say you're finished? Very tricky to say. Probably when you're struggling to think, what am I going to put in next? That's probably where you should call a halt. Those big leaves here, I think I might put a little bit of white on them just to give me some edges. Might make it read a little bit better. was the odd tree, tall tree as well in the distance. So I'm squinting my eyes now and trying to see whether I've got my darks. Does it read right? As I say, we need those contrasts. I could put a bit of gouache actually. Very tempted to do that on some of these buildings. So I get some more of these reeds in here as well. A little fine brush here, trying to show these little reed banks. I think these little kids, they were picking up a lot of weed from their endeavours. Right. So it was pretty yellow though. I've got to keep those yellows. It was warm. Fabulous day. I think I could have a little bit of, take some of that white out of that. That's willow tree. I think that's better. It's reading a bit better, I think. Here we go. Right, I think I'll finish there, finish up and then just do a little conclusion when I've got the tapes off. Well, there you have the finished painting of the part of the gardens of Dyrham Park Estate in Gloucestershire, National Trust property. Anyway, I've done a few things since my camera died on me. I've put a few children in there doing their pond dipping, tried to give a little bit more texture, tried to hint at the house in the background there with using a little bit of gouache, or just catch the roof of it actually. It's a set behind this bank and these steps up through this little archway through here. Anyway, I hope you liked it. If you like, just push the like button and subscribe will help, and you'll be notified when I do some more work. So thanks for watching.